Hi, Sweet Home. Fire Chief Nick Tyler here with the Incident Commander of the Wiley Fire, Chad Calderwood. I'm here to kind of talk to you to let you know that we're working very closely together to provide the best protection we can for the community of Sweet Home, for those members out on Whiskey Butte and Harris Road. Chad and I are in lock and step in providing the best protection we can to the community. And let's talk about where this fire sits. When you see maps, it's kind of hard to get a perspective on where things are. So Sweet Home's here. We got the Wiley fire out here on the landscape. It's still 6 miles from town. So I want to reassure everybody, I know when you get a map of the fire, it doesn't really give you perspective on where that sits in relationship to Sweet Home. So this map provides a good detail on that concept and where it sits right now. With that, I'd like to turn over to the Incident Commander, Chad Calderwood, and kind of give you an operational, situational update.
And so what we have here is the Wiley Creek Fire. Most of it is on the U.S. Forest Service land in inhabitable old growth forest. And then here we've got Gastina Resources property to the south. Cascade Timber is surrounded on 3/4 of it. And so they're engaged over on this side. Gastina Resources has been heavily engaged protecting the perimeter line down in the south. Crews have established hand line along Little Wiley Creek, and they've continued to the east and to the west. They've also continued from the creek up to the west, and then they've trying to get this tied in with some heavy equipment. They've had dozer line tied in all the way on the south perimeter of the fire, and they have started firing operations on the east end. The firing operations are conducted so that we can build depth and get some black line up against the hand line to be able to protect it from any push out or any upslope runs. So with that, they're going to continue. The creek is a riparian zone. It's very green, it's very humid. It's really hard to sustain fire down to the creek. So they're going to continue accessing that area, building line where needed, and putting a hose lay around the perimeter of the fire. And that's currently what's going to be going on tomorrow. Today, the burning operation with the drone is going to be impacting these areas to be able to take some of that fuel out of there. So when the east wind comes through, it'll eliminate that fuel load so that the fire doesn't have a chance to poke out at our containment lines.
This plan's been in place for a little while. I've been at a lot of meetings with the ICs and watching this plan materialize, and today is the window for that. We have some great weather to get this done, Chad's plan to get this implemented and done in a safe manner before that next weather system comes in and gets us. And we should be in a much better place because of the plan from the Incident Commander.
We're utilizing the weather from today that's moderated fire activity to be able to conduct these operations. With the progression of the weather, when it changes, it gets hot and dry and the winds came in, we'll be monitoring it heavily with every firefighter out there that we have and through the night. And we'll be also using our cooperators and landowners to assist in maintaining and picking up anything that may come out. We have a lot of heavy equipment on the south and the west side of the fire.